Hi, KOG here. Someone just asked me to react to Jungkook's interview with Apple Music. Golden BTS reunion and connection with Army. Okay, this is gonna be cool. Uh, as soon as I heard it, I was very interested. Ooh, it's a long interview, 34 minutes. Ooh, okay, but still, let's go.
아니, 제가 옛날에는 막 소심하고 막 자신감도 없고 막 그랬었는데 이제
Mhm.
데뷔 때부터 지금까지 활동을 해가면서 나에 대해 알아간 게 있고 수식어가 붙고 이런 성과들을 보면서 자신감도 얻고 여러 가지의 그 전부가 합쳐져서 만들어진 앨범이라서
Hmm.
제 인생에서 물론 팀 활동도 너무 중요하긴 했지만 그와 똑같이 굉장히 중요한 순간이라고 생각을 해서
Oh,
Few cities
Korean
have
King's
made as
Palace.
powerful a first impression on me as Seoul. A dizzying combination of history, progress, sights, sounds, smells. A place where the community has found space by going up, but its identity remains firmly rooted at ground level, where the old Seoul meets the new industry, the superstars, the modern icons. You see them on digital billboards all over town. But the first and the biggest of the superstars in K-pop to come out of Seoul and reach the world are BTS. Together with Big Hit, they built Hybe, and this 19-story building where dreams come to make true, and where we get a chance to meet Jung Kook, who after reaching unimaginable heights with BTS has a new dream, a golden dream for the golden youngest. This is a
Ooh, such well written intro, man. Zane Lowe. So far, great.
rare and honest conversation about a special moment in time, Army, for your Jungkook.
This is beautiful here. It's a beautiful view of a city that, I mean, it's not where you're from, but does it feel like home now? Seoul?
그렇죠. 아니야, 그래도
Mhm.
고향은 부산이 제가 태어난 곳이 훨씬 더 고향의 느낌이 가깝고 근데 이제 익숙하죠, 많이 익숙하고 처음 왔을 때랑은 너무 다르죠.
Mhm.
Busan is that way, I think. Is it?
I don't know. 아래쪽으로 더 내려가야 돼.
Down the, yeah, coastal, on the coast. Yeah, about 240.
Well, since the river is there, actually, it's the other way. They're at Yongsan. Oh wait, it is the other way. Wait a minute. This is Hive, right? So
Is it?
I don't know.
okay, they're at Yongsan, and Gangnam is somewhere over there. So the river goes from east to west. So it is that way. For anyone who is interested.
아래쪽으로 더 내려가야 돼.
Down the, yeah, coastal, on the coast. Yeah, about 240 kilometers away, I think. A lot of your fans will have never been to Busan. Did you have a fun childhood growing up in Busan?
솔직히 부산에서의 기억은 딱히 막 많지는 않은 것 같아요. 여기 서울 올라와서 연습생 생활하고 너무 많은 경험을 지금까지 하고 있기 때문에 그 기억 메모리가 그렇게 막 좋지는 않아요. 그래서 솔직히 아쉽지만은 옛날의 기억은 딱히 크게는 없는 것 같아요. 많이.
What about music? You know, you obviously love music. It's your life now, music.
Hmm.
And I think we all want to know, what was the sort of first music that you really discovered, that you fell in love with, that you knew was yours?
일단은 어릴 때는 그렇게 음악을 좋아하는 친구는 아니었고 이쪽 일을 시작하면서 점차 좋아지게 됐는데 이제 저희 앨범 중에 화양연화라는 앨범이 있고
Hmm.
그 곡을 들었을 때 진짜 그러니까 뭔가 음악을 하는 사람 입장에서 약간 이렇게 좋은 음악이 나와버리니까 그때 약간 묘한 어떤 새로운 감정을 그때 느꼈던 것 같아요. 그래서 그때부터 약간 멋있는 음악이나 좋은 음악을 더 찾게 되고 더 하고 싶어졌던 것 같아요.
What kind of kid were you when you
That is very interesting. You know, after being trainee and all that crazy stuff, and he was good at it. That's why he was chosen. But he was never like really crazy about music. That's odd. And it is also odd that it was their own music that that he felt like wow, you know, so that he would from then on seek out great music. That is really odd.
came to Seoul? Like, who do you think you were when you got here? What was exciting to you? What scared you? What's your personality like? Were you confident?
굉장히 내성적인 친구였고
Hmm.
부산은 건물이 되게 낮은데 그 다음에 시내 가도 막 그렇게 높진 않거든요, 건물이. 그리고 도로도 그렇게 크지도 않고. 근데 처음 갔을 때 그냥 진짜 무서울 정도로 너무 새로웠고 약간 미래로 잠깐 간 느낌이었던 것 같아요.
It does feel like that to me as well. It's an interesting place where I feel like so much has gone into building this city, but nature is so present as well. The mountains and everything is still so beautiful. It's like a really nice combination of those two things being here, I think. I love being around the mountains.
근데 저도 해외 나가서 이제 다양한 건축물을 보면은 약간 진짜 확실히 다르긴 하구나 그런 생각이 들기는 해요. 저한테는 이제 이게 익숙하니까 아무런 감흥이 없는데 딴 데서 이제 좀 되게 이쁘거나 그런 건물 보면은 저도 되게 비슷한 생각하는 것 같아요.
Do you love design? You seem to be someone who, apart from music, really likes to observe design, like the way, the angles of things, buildings, architecture.
그쪽으로 빠졌다면 분야가 아마 그림 혹은 그런 디자인을 하고 있었을 수도 있을.
Yeah, I think he would have been great in design or drawing. He just have that sense. You know, he just had. I just seen in the soup and he was drawing, and you know, he was just. It's easy. It comes easy to him. It's very instinctual, and the color choices and the strokes. It's just easy. You know, and yeah, I think Korea went through a phase where all this pollution and everything was just terrible. Even the Han River, which is very clean and beautiful with the uh, like parks along the river. I mean, it's beautiful now, but for longest time it was like when it rained, you can smell crap, and it was pretty gross. But yeah, that was the growth phase of uh, first leg of the industrialization and that. But it cleaned up really really nice. You know, people have put a lot of effort to fix the river, clean, just environmentally everything else. And one great thing that the Korea has compared to some nearby countries like Japan or some part of China is that Korea is a very stable. I mean, like Japan has, it's right beside the fault line, so they just constantly have these what do you call the earthquakes and all these terrible things happen to them. But in Korea, there's so many mountains. It's protected by like too much wind, tornadoes, whatever, and hardly ever gets any the earthquakes and things like that. So it is easier for Korea to go up, and nothing will ever happen. Now, not like in Japan. That's why it's kind of flat in Japan if you go there.
것 같다는 생각은 들기는 해요. 아니면 운동 쪽으로 갔거나. 근데
Yeah,
아무튼
he'll be good in
좀
that
이렇게
too.
어릴 때부터 좀 그리는 걸 좋아했었어서 나중에는 꼭 한번 배워보고 싶어요. 그림이라는 걸. 약간 창작물에 되게 약한데 그런 거 좀 창작해보고 싶기도 하고 그렇습니다.
Someday, right now, you got a new album coming out called Golden, so that will have to wait for a second. The title is beautiful. This is golden to me. It's one of my favorite words, golden. For you, it's very specific. It relates to a nickname that you have, multi-talented, but also being the youngest of a group of 7. Does making this album feel like the first time that you haven't felt like the youngest of anything in your family, in BTS, that you don't feel that way now?
저는 앞으로 20년, 30년이 지나도 막내인 거는 변함이 없을 거고요. 막내가 그렇게 뭐 싫지도 않고 그 수식어도 약간 황금 막내라는 수식어도 있고 그리고 제가 이 일을 하면서 성장을 하는
음.
거를 제 스스로 지켜봤고 그다음 지금까지 약간 모든 것이 이렇게 응축된 그런 앨범이라서
Mm.
너무 기대가 되는 것 같아요. 반응들이.
Do you think that there was a time when you first arrived and you met the guys in BTS that they felt protective of you?
그쵸?
Yeah.
막내란 특권이라는 게 좀 확실히 있었던 것 같고 네, 저도 알게 모르게 그런 도움을 굉장히 많이 받았다고 생각을 해요. 형들이 정말 좋은 사람들이어서 제가 이렇게 좀 조금이라도 선하게 좋은 부분들을 좀 잘 이렇게 형들한테서 빼오지 않았나 그런 생각도 들면서 진짜 이렇게까지 성장하기에 너무나도 큰 도움이 됐죠. 6명 멤버들을.
Good, good,
What
good.
was it like right at the start in the first few years before everyone started to notice and it started to really happen? Those early times.
그때 솔직히 지금 이제 10년이 더
음.
됐으니까 이제 가물가물한데 그 진짜 멋없었어요. 물론 이제 제가 그때 제시한 형들이 너무 멋있었는데 근데
Ah,
저는 솔직히 데뷔 초 한 몇 년 후의 영상들도 솔직히 못 봐요. 약간 낯간지럽고 약간 민망해서. 아무튼 조금
mm.
아쉬워요. 제가 그때 생각을 하면 그때부터 조금 더 지금의 감정을 가지고 있는 사람이었다면 어땠을까라는 생각이 듭니다.
But you're young, you're not supposed to. That's the point. You're all learning. Like, it's the thing. I think in time they'll feel special, those memories.
Mm.
Because it's just the 7 of you, big dreams, right?
그죠? 근데 그때 그러지 못했다면, 그러니까 과연 지금의 BTS가 있었을까라는 생각은 들어요. 그렇게 약간 날 것의 그 바이브가 있었기 때문에. 그리고 그 7명이 정말 뭐 지금 생각하면은 다 모자른 거잖아요. 근데 그 모자란 7명이 모여서 막 그렇게 부대끼면서 있었던 과정이 있었기에 지금의 결과가 나올 수 있었다고 생각해요.
You know the very, very good interviewer, and Jungkook is being very good too. This is a very good conversation, you know.
Just real friendship. I think that's what everyone loves, apart from the music and the skill, is the friendship. Isn't there a barbecue joint around here that you all used to go and eat in the early days
Mm.
together?
여기 아니고 진짜 그 제일
노련도.
첫 연습실이었어요. 지하에 우리 연습실이 있었고 그 이제 지상 1층에 식당이 있었는데 거기 이모님이 굉장히 잘 챙겨주셨죠. 막 고기도 가끔씩 구워주시고 그때는 이제 용돈도 많이 못 받고 약간 막 하루에 컵라면
Oh, this is a slight misunderstanding. Here I believe it's a different meaning. There's a mention of K barbecue. And
연습실이었어요. 지하에 우리 연습실이 있었고 그 이제 지상 1층에 식당이 있었는데 거기 이모님이 굉장히 잘 챙겨주셨죠. 막 고기도 가끔
you know, she wasn't making them a barbecue. What what he's I think I might be wrong, but to me what he sounds like is that the lady there, the owner of the restaurant was so nice to them that they'll cook, they'll bring out some meat, some yeah, meat for them. No, because I think as a service or for them, I think that's what it means. Like it's not like she would make us barbecue sometimes. No, it's like if you order meat or barbecue, of course they're gonna serve. You paid for it. But what he's trying to say is that she's such a nice lady that because they were strapped for cash and the company wasn't doing well, so all these young kids they're eating, and she felt like they probably I don't think they were ordering like huge amount of barbecue and you know things like that, something simple all the time. So she would give them some kind of, I don't know, some sort of meat dishes for them. That's what it means. And I think that's a lot more touching than
가끔씩 구워주시고 그때는 이제 용돈도
yeah,
많이
like
못 받고
they didn't have money.
약간 막 하루에 컵라면 한 두세 개로 이렇게 좀 지냈던 시절이었는데
And here, yes, it is instant ramen, all ramen, and but cup ramen is well level lower because you buy packages of ramen and you cook it. What they're saying is they didn't even have that kind of time, or because it tastes much better. But what he's talking about, that they only get like they'll just eat a couple of cup ramen, that thing in the paper cup looking thing. That's what he's saying.
참 고맙죠. 거기 생각하면.
That must have been tough for Jin, being the resident chef of the band, to not be able to cook for everybody. Did he used to cook for you as well? Did Jin used to cook meals for you when you was first starting out?
네. 그때 한창 진영이 요리에 꽂혀 있었을 때라 뭔가 본인이 직접 나서서 좀 가끔씩 요리를 해줬던 것
sorry.
같아요. 근데 제일 기억에 남았던 게
Excuse me.
그 치즈가 이렇게 올려져 있는 고추장 삼겹살. 고추장 찌개나 고추장 삼겹살. 그게 정말 맛있었어요.
It's crazy talking about the early days. I wanted to go back there because we could never talk about everything you've achieved in the time we have, and we're not here to. What you've achieved with your friends in BTS is unheard of. Congratulations. It's incredible what you've achieved.
Thank you.
Yeah. But here we are, and the reason that we're talking about Golden is because it's a new era for the band. I wanted to ask what that conversation was like when you first came together with your team and as a band, and the decision was made for everyone to make their own music. What was sort of said in that conversation? How did you all come to that conclusion?
일단 저희 래퍼 라인 형들 남준, RM, 슈가, 제이홉의 영향이 일단은 굉장히 컸고 왜냐면은 이제 데뷔하고 나서 틈틈이 본인의 작업물을 이렇게 항상 올려줬기 때문에 거기서 되게 그 보컬 멤버들이 자극을 되게 많이 받았어요. 그래서 걔 뭐 커버곡도 내고 아니면 뭐 팬송도 내고 홀리데이서 그런 식으로 좀 옆에서 지켜보면서 약간 이게 자연스러워진 것 같아요. 본인의 것을 뭔가 하는 거, 본인의 것을 내는 거. 그래서 지금 이제 어쨌든 상황 때문에 이제 솔로 활동을 하게 됐고 그냥 알아서 좀 자연스럽게 각자 그렇게 된 것 같아요. 뭔가 이유는 솔직히 세븐 싱글로 내기 전에도 뭔가 별다른 계획이 없었던 사람이라서 저는 그냥 그 곡을 듣고 아 그냥 해야겠다. 난 그런 생각 들어서 약간 하게 된 것 같아요. 근데 아무튼 그 셋의 영향이 되게 컸다. 그렇게 자연스럽게 만들어줘서.
I think about 2020 and I think about Still With You, self-produced. So you made that yourself, which was amazing. And you put it out on SoundCloud. I wanted to ask you how important it was that you did it yourself and it wasn't on streaming services or officially released at that point. It felt like a free gift to the fans. How important was that song toward you sort of taking your first step towards Golden and what we have now?
저는 그 스틸리드뿐만이 아니라 골드는 지금 현 시점이 가장 제 인생에서 물론 팀 활동도 너무 중요하긴 했지만 그와 똑같이 굉장히 중요한 순간이라고 생각을 해서 그냥 제가 옛날에는 막 소심하고 막 자존심 뭐 자신감도 없고 막 그랬었는데 이제 데뷔 때부터 지금까지 활동을 해가면서 나에 대해 알아간 게 있고 수식어가 붙고 이런 성과들을 보면서 자신감도 얻고 여러 가지의 그 전부가 합쳐져서 만들어진 앨범이라서 그 중에 스틸리드도 영향은 있다.
I just love that you produced it yourself.
그것도 아까 말했듯이 멤버들이 먼저 앞에서 안 그래줬으면 저는 뭔가 시도할 생각조차 안 했을 거예요. 분명 제 성격에는.
And now you're on a song with Central C and Kid Laroi called Too Much, right? Which is just like a standalone. It's not part of Golden, but I love that because it's like you're having a lot of fun. Do you feel, even though you want this to be successful, it feels loose to me. Do you feel more relaxed doing songs like that? A little less pressure?
제 거도 즐기고 그다음 외부 작업도 이제 즐기는데 솔직히 부담감은 외부 거를 할 때가 더 약간 올 때가 있어요. 왜냐면 내 게 아니니까. 그래서 이 곡에 민폐가 되면 안 되니까. 그래서 더 뭔가 더 긴장하고 이번에 그 뮤비 찍으러 갔을 때도 저의 현장이 아니라 다른 사람 남의 현장인 거잖아요. 그래서 오히려 그때 더 약간 압박감을 받는 것 같아요. 저는 오히려.
Sort of loose as it feels on set videos like that, we then see the performance video for 3D and it's just beautifully choreographed and you're moving better than you've ever moved, even without the boys around you. How has your sort of dancing changed? How has your approach to that craft changed now that you're stepping out on your own? Does it feel different for you from a choreography point of view as much as it does from a music point of view?
그 춤을 어떤 한 장르를 배운 게 아니라서 안무부터 시작을 했는데 그래서 계속 코레오만 하다 보니까 그냥 더 잘하지도 더 못하지도 않는 그러니까 내 느낌이 없는 그 나의 춤 스타일이 없는 듯한 느낌을 예전에 많이 받았던 것 같아요. 그래서 제가 예전에 제 모습을 보면 되게 약간 없어 보이고 약간 부족해 보이는 게 약간 그런 이유가
I think he feels this way because the other guys in the team, like I think, he said he's like a sponge or something, or he's like a person who came to be from pulling all these different parts, good parts from all the members. But the thing is, I think he was inspired by the people who were around him, and he was, and the dancers, the guys who really dance in the team, like J-Hope, street dance based, the Jimin is, what is that? The more classically trained. I mean, these guys influenced him in a way that, and I'm sorry, but Jin's, Jin is Jin. But he's one of those guys who was born to dance. But, I think, and he's great as he was. I don't think anything was missing. But I feel like when you look at other guys, he can tell that they have a different base and they have their color when it comes to dancing. But I think maybe in the beginning he felt like he was just doing the choreo, just trying to look okay, you know, not adding that something something of his, but you know just doing what was told by the the choreo staff or the leader or whatever, uh, the teachers, whatever. So, but I don't think he was fine
에서
in the
있고.
beginning.
근데 이제 저는 제가 모르게 뭐 배우는 게 많아요. 춤이든 노래든 아니면 성격이든 말투든. 근데 춤도 약간 그런 영향이 있었던 것 같아요. 그냥 많이 보다가 스스로 내가 느끼지 못하는 순간에도 느끼고 그러다가 점차 그냥 제가 춤을 막 연습을 시간을 따로 빼서 하는 건 아닌데 근데 그게 자연스럽게 바뀌더라고요. 신기하게. 뭔가 내가 그 길을 연습하는 것도 아니고 그래서 저는 그냥 그런 식으로 계속 살아가고 있었던 것 같아요. 근데
Yeah, I think a whole lot of people will be pissed. Not pissed, but very jealous. That's what he's saying. He's like, he didn't try, but he was just watching a lot because he was around these people or whatever. And one day it just came to me. I mean, yeah, that's such a JK thing to say. Come on, how can you not be jealous?
그게 자연스럽게 좀 뮤비에 보이지 않았나. 예, 저도 모르게 춤이 성장이 돼 있었어요.
One of the other things that's really different this time around is the lyrics, some of the lyrics on Seven, on the explicit version. I mean, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I'm not sure we would have heard that being sung by you. Obviously, it comes naturally to you. This is what you want to sing, what you want to say. Was it a conversation? Did you have to have a conversation with anybody close to you that, hey, I want to approach these songs in a more honest and unfiltered way?
일단은 지금 제가 세븐부터 그다음 지금 골든 앨범까지 제 이야기를 담은 곡은 없어요. 없는데
Okay,
약간
that's what I thought too.
전부 다 사랑 노래잖아요, 지금. 제일 보편적인 감정이 아닌가 싶어서 그냥 그 안에서의 좋은 곡들을 이렇게 받아서 한번 작업을 해보고 싶었어요. 그래서 앨범에도 이렇게 쭉 뭔가 이어지는 느낌이 드는 것도 약간 그런 이유에서 있고 그리고 이제 지금 뭐 시기가 좀 중요한 시기인데 근데 또 그런 가사를 솔직하게 할 수 있는 시기도 좀 지금 이렇게 약간 영하고 뭔가 이미지 전환 이런 게 어쨌든 필요는 하니까 그래서 조금 가사 저한테도 조금 이렇게 부담스럽긴 한데 그래도 좀 도전 아닌 도전 느낌이지 않았나? 솔직히 걱정도 많이 했어요 가사 때문에.
What's one of your favorite moments?
I don't know if you guys watched my reaction to that song, and uh, also I reacted to the whole album, Golden. Um, and my reaction to Jungkook saying the word was cute. It did not sound offensive at all. For whatever reason, to me, it was just cute. And you know what? I thought, it's like an explicit version. I thought it would be like a big deal or something, I mean, perhaps the lyrics are totally different with, a whole lot of, I don't know, something X-rated. I don't know, something, I don't know. I was expecting like, so what is this? The clean version and explicit version. I'm like, I was listening to it. I was going, that was my reaction. That's the total thing. I'm like, that's it? Are you serious? That's cute. I mean, so that was me.
Recording Golden.
그냥 다양한 장르의 곡을 그리고 다양한 주제를 담고 있는 그 가사들을, 그다음 그 영어를 뭔가 이때까지 단체였고 아니면 뭐 팬송 위주로 개인곡을 이렇게 했잖아요. 근데 이번에 뭔가 그 많은 곡들을 혼자서 뭔가 소화를 해내는 그 과정들이 그냥 전체적으로 다 너무 즐거웠던 것 같아요. 해외에서 이제 해외 프로듀서랑 같이 이렇게 옆에 찰싹 붙어가지고 녹음하는 그 과정도 너무 재밌었고, 곡을 하나하나 완성했을 때 느껴지는 그 성취감, 난 너무 좋았고, 약간 그 과정 자체가 너무 좋았던 것 같아요.
You get to leave the studio and you could get in the car and you put it on straight away and you listen to it and you're like, oh, it's good. Like it's as good as I remember it. It's good.
거기 사운드도 빵빵한 거 너무 좋더라고요.
You said something really interesting when you spoke to Rolling Stone about Seven, because the journalist said, oh, it's going to be a big hit. And you seemed surprised, like, oh, I don't really have expectations for this. I hope so, but it's not like what I'm going into it for. Nothing can be as big as where BTS is now, like stadiums all over the world. So this is a new start to some degree. Has it been fun kind of resetting your expectations and being able to just kind of almost start again a little bit? Like Harry Styles said that to me. He said to me, you know, when I started making my own stuff again, different circumstances because they broke up, but he wasn't walking into the expectation of what he'd done before with the band.
저
It's a
일단은
very good question.
세븐을 냈을 때, 내기 전에도 솔직히 자신감은 있었던 것 같아요. 확실하게 있었고 기대를 했어요.
he's,
근데
he's so frank.
막 이 곡 가지고 뭐 여기까지 찍겠다 약간 이런 거보다는 그냥 내가 좋게 느끼는 그 곡을 냈을 때 그걸 사람들이 공감을 해줄까, 거기에 좀 더 관점이 있었던 것 같았고, 그러니까 내가 그 곡을 듣는 그 부분도 과연 좋을까? 내가 좋아하는 곡이 다른 사람들이 웬만해서 다 좋아할 수 있는 그런 곡인가? 그런 게 너무 궁금했었고, 저도 솔직히 예상은 안 돼요. 저도 저를 예상을 못 하겠어요. 앞으로 어떻게 될지 모르겠고, 이러다가 막 뭐 갑자기 막 다른 일을 할 수도 있는 거 모르겠어요. 근데 어쨌든 음악에 대한 열정은 무수히 높고
Good,
많을
good.
것 같아요. 앞으로도 그게 계속 이어질 것 같아요. 네.
But it's a hit. But you know now.
You know, I believe this is just the start for JK. Uh, when I listened to the album Golden, um, it was so apparent that he was trying like all these different genres within pop. I think at this time he's really gravitating towards pop, but it seems like he's like all 10 song was basically different type of pop, but he handled every one of them perfectly. I thought it was just a great album altogether. It's like and they're all different, but they're all good. I mean, that's a sign of a transitionary album where you kind of know where you want to go. This is what you like. Maybe he'll change his mind after the army, but for now, he felt like, okay, this, I want pop. So, but so he's searching through all different types of pop, and he was trying all these different songs and to see what kind of things he can create and the things he enjoys, or the sounds or songs that he loves, would how people would respond to it and things like that. So just that means he's just beginning to search within himself what he likes and where he want to go. So I think there's a whole lot left in them.
Because it's a hit. It's like a number one hit, you know, and you're performing it in front of crowds and, you know, people are loving this music that you're playing and on just you. So you're over that. But I was watching footage of you and the boys in front of 80,000 people. And I was wondering, I've got to ask, like, I know what it's like being in the crowd and hearing that noise. What does it feel like on stage when that level of noise and that level of love and support is all being directed toward you? What is that feeling like?
그 말로 형용할 수가 없는 그런 느낌인데 그냥 세상 좋은 말 다 갖다 붙여서 갖다 붙이는 그런 느낌. 모르겠어요. 또 천국인가? 약간 모르겠는데 아무튼 너무 좋고 너무 좋고 그리고 나를 응원해주는 사람과 함께 그 공간에서 같이 노래를 부른다는 게 가수가 이거는 정말 행복한 일인 것 같아. 아무튼 그냥 소름 끼칠 정도로 너무 행복해요.
These highs, these enormous highs that you get from having that relationship between with the fans from stage to audience. I've talked to so many artists throughout my life, and I know that you have to work really hard for that not to affect your identity in a way that is unrealistic. That
True.
you have to find a way to remember who you are either side of that experience. Does that make sense to you? Have you and the boys had to figure that out over time as well, to not live your life like you're on that stage, to understand that there's another you?
아니요, 전혀 신경 안 써요. 전혀 신경 안 쓰고 저는 분리를 시키지 않아요. 그냥 저는 올 곳이 그냥 저 하나밖에 없고 그냥 지금의 저 그 무대 위에 나는 없어요. 그냥 나인 거예요. 그래서 그거를 막 예전에는 막 분리를 시켜 막 반하고 막 사춘기 그때는 좀 분리를 시켜 놓으려고 했었는데 지금은 그냥 다 받아들이는 것 같아요. 인정할 거 인정하고 그게 나로 사는 거라서 그게 가장 좋은 방법이지 않을까 싶어요, 저는.
Yeah, I think that is where the difference is, and I believe that is why BTS is as popular as they are. You know, any rock group, let's say, or pop group, or whoever performance, you know, what they have couple like one album in couple years or something, maybe, and that's what it used to be, and you don't really interact with the like before all this uh internet and all that stuff. It used to be the past, and they will always put on that facade, you know, bigger than life, uh, I'm the rocker, I'm a tough guy, all that stuff. But like BTS, these guys grew up in front of cameras, and they're, making, daily logs, and, talking to their fans, and like, how much can you hide if you are constantly communicating and growing with the fans? So, the like they said, you have to separate yourself from that. No, because that's when you have that persona, on the stage, and yourself, behind the doors. For those people, yeah. But these guys, they've always been themselves, and that is why I feel like the army or the people love them so much, or they feel so connected. Because I also believe that they are who they are. That all their shows and whatever little things they make, variety type things, run BTS or whatever the thing they produce, or little logs, vlogs they make, or live, whatever, live, like Weavers things, all of it. So I think it's a different kind of animal altogether.
Do you have a favorite song on the album?
Let's
Standing
see.
Next to.
Oh yeah.
그러니까
Ah,
그게는 뭔가 곡이 물론 좋아요. 물론 좋은데 그런 느낌보다 더 크게 다가왔던 거는 그냥 곡의 그림이었어요. 되게 웅장한 그림이 보였고, 그리고 그 곡을 가지고 무대를 하는 제 모습이 먼저 확 보였던 것 같아요. 그래서 좀 이번 앨범의 타이틀에 가장 맞는 곡이 아닐까 싶었고 선택하게 됐죠. 그래서 굉장히 애착이 있는 곡이에요. 녹음 과정도 너무 힘들었어가지고.
oh,
What song do you think on Golden will surprise ARMY the most?
그것도 스탠딩 넥스트 유 같은데요. 근데
nah.
아미들한테 좀 해주고 싶은 얘기는 그 스탠딩 넥스트 유는 좀 이어폰이나 아니면 뭐 스마트폰으로 말고 좀 스피커를 이렇게 좀 빵빵하게 해가지고 들어줬으면 좋겠다고 얘기해주고 싶어요. 곡 안에 너무나도 장르가 다 달라서
Exactly.
솔직히 모르겠어요. 근데 제가 생각했을 때는 타이틀곡 제외하고 Hate You라는
There we
곡이
go.
있는데 그 곡을
Yeah, me too.
좋아하지 않을까라는
Yeah,
생각은 합니다.
it's
근데
beautiful, man.
이거가 맞아 떨어지면 저는 거기서 한 번 더 입증이 되는 거죠.
Oh, no question about that. Yeah, no doubt about that. The relationship you have with ARMY is incredible. I'm a fan of what you as a band.
Yeah, I don't think Jungkook JK needs to worry about that. He's here. No problem. The Hate You. As soon as when I was checking out the album, as soon as it came out, Hate You was my favorite, and so many people left comments saying that they also loved Hate You. So he's got nothing, no problem, nothing to worry about.
And your fans have built together. Because I think it's more than just a fan base. I think you push each other to be accountable and to create awareness for things that you care about. And it's a very emotionally intelligent experience that you have with your fan base. What is
Exactly.
the thing that you love the most about that dynamic between you and ARMY?
그 한국에 친구 따라 강남 간다라는 말이 있는데 방탄이 아미를 따라간 느낌인지 아미가 방탄을 따라간 느낌인지 모르겠는데 그냥 서로 그 유대감이나 약간 서로 의지하는 그런 부분이
Shoulder to lean on.
가장 특별한 부분이 아닌가 싶고 저는 이제 거기서 더 나가서 아예 진짜 편하게 대하고 싶어요. 아미들을. 정말 그냥 나중에는 그냥 진짜 그냥 솔직히 이제 가수는 팬들에게 지켜야 될 선이 있잖아요. 근데 물론 선은 지킬 거예요. 팬들에 대한 예의는 갖출 건데 근데도 결국에는 진짜 정말 터놓고 다 얘기하는 그런 친구처럼 약간 그런 것도 좀 있는 것 같아요.
It's important that this album reaches as many people as possible for you, for the band, because of what you established this to be, which is each of you growing and learning new skills and doing it on your own. But are you excited about the potential of 2025? Are you already nervous and excited
Yeah.
about the BTS machine, really, the idea of this huge, momentous experience starting up again? Are you already thinking about that, or is it too far away?
먼 미래라고는 절대로 생각 안 하고요. 이번 솔로 앨범을 준비하면서 그리고 활동을 하면서 참 그리울 때가 있었어요. 그러니까 그냥 뭐 대기실에 있거나 아니면 혼자 무대를 서거나 아니면 뭐 스태프들이랑 밥을 먹거나 그럴 때마다 확실히 그 몇 년 동안 같이 옆에서 있었던 그 멤버들의 빈자리가 확실히 느껴졌었고 많이 생각하게 되는 것 같아요. 그래서 그렇기 때문에 조금 멀게 느껴질 수는 있다만, 근데 저는 그렇게 생각하지 않으려고 하고 있고 절대로 아니라고 생각하고, 저는 그 2025년에 BTS의 시너지는 어마어마할 거라고 생각합니다. 그 모습이 너무 기대가 돼요.
If you changed your screensaver
You know, I think the power, forget the synergy, it just bottled up energy and power is gonna be ridiculous. Uh, no, because you know they had the corona thing happen, so they couldn't go. You know, they couldn't do the and then this army thing and you know military service thing, and it just the you know they did their own things and like Suga, you know, he did all these concert tours and everything. However, as a BTS and knowing all these members, oh man, when they come back, it's gonna be you know I think they'll have so much, you know, just bottled up in them. It's going to be explosive. And response from army is, I believe, is going to be as crazy also because this, you know, they've been longing already, you know, because there have been many factors that have been limiting BTS to do their thing for years now. And, you know, when they come back, I think it's going to be crazy. You know, I don't even think about ever going to see, go watch BTS because I don't think they'll be possible. I mean, everybody in the world will want to see them again. You know.
on your computer or on your phone today, and you wanted to put one image or one memory or one experience you've had since we got to know you in BTS and now in your own solo career, what would that image be? What would you change your screensaver to right now? It could just be a memory, not even a photo.
이건 바로 제 성격에 바로 고를 수가 없어요. 고민을 좀 해봐야 되는데.
But that just tells me that you're still in the moment, you know, like it may be years before you were able to even reflect or think about everything that's happened in the last 10 plus years. Is that where you'd like to stay right now? Is not thinking back and not thinking about all those times and just focus on today and focus on the future?
네, 무조건 미래만 보고 과거의 것들은 진짜 최대한 안 남겨놓으려고 해요. 왜냐면은 일단은 사람 자체가 어디 머물러 있는 걸 굉장히 안 좋아해서 진짜 실제 장소든 아니면 뭐 기억이든 아니면 뭔가 내가 실수를 했던가 뭐 근데 거기 머물러 있는 걸 너무 싫어하기 때문에 항상 현재만 바라보고 있는 것 같아요. 현재나 미래. 미래도 그렇게 보는 게 아니라 그냥 지금을 보는 것 같아요. 네,
Wow,
그런 성격입니다. 근데
that's hard to do.
그 과거의 그거를 지워버리는 게 아니라 확실하게 인지를 하고 인정을 한 다음에 다음 스텝으로 넘어가는 거예요. 그러니까 그게 그런 과정이 있기 때문에 제가 계속 생각하고 판단하고 앞으로 걸어갈 수 있는 거라서. 네, 근데 거기에 머물러 있는 게 얽매여 있는 게 저는 되게 미련한 짓이라고 생각을 하거든요. 그래서 바짝 후회할 거 후회하고 바짝 인정하고 앞으로 간다. 네, 요게 제 삶의 모토입니다.
You know, the simplest methods are usually the best, and uh, for example, I know this would be the best way to live. You know, just but sure is not easy. I can't really do it. You know, you think about the past and things you have done, and you know, and sometimes lose focus on what I should be doing right now today and things like that. It's just human things to do, and yeah, he's yeah for maknae he's pretty darn wise too.
Look at this building. Look at this city,
Is
19
that thing
floors up, and you
spinning?
started out right down there on the ground, right? Just running around trying to figure it out. And now this whole building exists because your band and some really smart people who love music formed a partnership. And look what you've done, not just for music, but for Korea, South Korea, for music around the world. What are
Exactly.
you most proud of right now in terms of everything you've achieved with the boys and yourself and with Big Hit and Hype? What are you most proud of?
그냥 전부 다 포함이 되는 것 같아요. 그냥 어떻게 보면 저의 혹은 이제 멤버들의 그다음 하이브, 빅히트의 업적인 거잖아요. 그게 물질적으로도 혹은 뭐 위상이나 이런 것들도 전부 다 그래서 전부 다 포함이 되니까 모르겠네요. 근데 거기에 생각을 많이는 안 하는 것 같아요. 저는 그냥 내가 지금 하고 있는 거를 계속 생각해가지고 제 자신이 생각하는 1순위는 좀 말이 좀 모순인데 나를 생각하는 게 가장 먼저인데 내가 가장 먼저 생각하는 거는 암이거든요. 가족도 아니고 BTS 멤버들도 아니고 암인데 그냥 서로 이제 BTS 그다음 정국으로서 아미랑 함께하는 그런 부분을 오히려 더 생각하는 것 같아요. 뭔가 목표라거나 막 그런 것들보다 그냥 내가 이 사람들에 의해서 혹은 이 사람들 때문에 그게 즐거워서 내가 어떤 무언가를 하고 그게 업적이 되는 거지. 순서가 그게 먼저가 아니에요. 전.
Makes total sense. Listen, I've had such a good time in this city, and I've wanted to come here and
Well, you know what? JK is not great or orator, like a great speaker, like perhaps comparatively to RM or even Suga, but uh, you know, he is well spoken, and it sounds very sincere, and just we can tell what is driving them. I truly believe that they feel so thankful and in some ways indebted to Army, and they literally feel happy to make Army happy. And I think that is the main driving force right now. And I think it's not a realization, that came later, but I think start from the very beginning. It was something they could feel, and every step of the way there was Army, and it became a natural thing, and it is he just feels like it's like you know it's someone you love, and if you really love somebody, you feel happier making the other person very happy. It's not how I'm gonna you know uh what she's gonna do for me type of a deal. In guys perspective, it's more like what I can do for her, and if how I can make her happy, and that makes me happy. I mean, that I guess that's kind of true what true love is, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of vibe I the feeling I get.
have a conversation like this um, with you for a long time because it's such a remarkable story in music. It's a remarkable story in terms of opening up these boundaries around the world that were set for artists to be able to be heard or not heard. You've changed so much, whether you realize it or not. So I'm really grateful
That's
to be able
true.
to just grab some time at this important moment. Wish you all the best with Golden.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done
Great to meet
fine.
you. Great to hang. Thanks for having us here. We've had a great time.
저도 이렇게 진짜 먼 거리인데 이렇게 인터뷰 하나 때문에 날라와 주셔서 너무 감사드리고, 그다음 좋은 말 해주셔서 좋은 인터뷰 해줘서 너무 감사드리고, 제가 나중에 좀 더 영어를 잘하게 된다면 다음에 한국 오실 때 제가 맛있는 고기 사드리겠습니다.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and drink.
All right. Okay, this was great interview. I mean, obviously, I don't normally watch interviews, so, but obviously he has interviewed the biggest artists from everywhere, and very intelligent interviewer. He was doing a great job. JK did great job also, and yeah, and we could feel he was being, clearly being sincere and everything. So anyway, thank you very much. Thank you for recommending me this. Yeah, I just learned about it today. Yeah, I do live under a rock. So, but this was great. Thank you very much. Bye bye.